Have you ever wondered what life was really like during the Victorian era? From the elegance of high society to the struggles of the working class, this period was filled with both progress and darkness. Today, we're diving deep into the Victorian world, exploring its inventions, culture, scandals, and shocking secrets that shaped history. The Victorian era lasted from 1837 to 1901, during the reign of Queen Victoria in Britain. It was a time of incredible change. The Industrial Revolution was transforming the economy. Science was making rapid progress, and the British Empire was expanding across the globe. For many, it was an age of hope and opportunity, but beneath the surface, life was far from perfect. Let's begin with the streets of London. Imagine gas lamps glowing in the fog, horse-drawn carriages rushing through narrow alleys, and vendors shouting as they sold bread and newspapers. But along with the charm came poverty, overcrowding, and disease. Many families lived in cramped slums, where clean water and proper sanitation were luxuries. Diseases like cholera spread quickly, taking thousands of lives. At the same time, Victorian society was obsessed with appearances. The wealthy elite held extravagant balls, wore elaborate dresses, and followed strict rules of etiquette. Yet, behind closed doors, scandals were common. This was also the era of Jack the Ripper, one of the most infamous serial killers in history, whose identity remains a mystery to this day. But not everything was grim. The Victorian era was also an age of invention and discovery. This was the time when Charles Darwin introduced his groundbreaking theory of evolution. The telephone was invented, the first photographs were taken, and trains connected cities like never before. Even the concept of Christmas as we know it today, with decorated trees and gift-giving, became popular during Queen Victoria's reign. Literature also thrived. Writers like Charles Dickens, the Brontë sisters, and Oscar Wilde captured the struggles, dreams, and contradictions of their time. Their stories continue to inspire and influence us even today. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Victorian era was its obsession with death and mourning. People took photographs with their deceased relatives, kept locks of hair as mementos, and wore black for years after losing a loved one. Death wasn't hidden. It was part of daily life, and this gave rise to some of the most eerie and haunting traditions in history. The Victorians also lived during an age of empire. While Britain was becoming the most powerful nation in the world, its expansion came at a cost. Colonized people across Asia, Africa, and the Americas suffered under imperial rule, a dark side of the era that is still being studied and debated today. So, the Victorian era was not just about elegance and innovation. It was a world of contrasts, progress, and poverty, beauty, and brutality. Hope and fear. It's a reminder that history is never simple, but always layered with complexity. As we close this journey into the Victorian era, one thing is clear. The past still speaks to us today. Its inventions shaped our modern world. Its literature continues to inspire us, and its mysteries remind us of how human history is filled with both light and shadow. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the Victorian era. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell so you won't miss the next journey through history. And in the comments, tell me, which story or era would you like to see next? Stay tuned, because more incredible stories are on the way.